Virgali Ramazanoglu, very nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Please. We are honored to be joined here today by Mr. Sihasak Phuangketkeow, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand. Welcome to Astana. Thank you for doing this. Following the Kazakhstan-Thailand Business Forum, which happened in May, agreements worth over $100 million were announced. Which of these projects do you consider to be the most promising, and where do you see the biggest potential for expanding our economic cooperation?
Well, I think, when I was planning for this trip, I was surprised that many Thai companies asked to come with me.
Oh, really?
And the reason is obvious, that they see a lot of potential in terms of our economic ties, trade, and investment. Mm-hmm. And yes, we had the economic forum, but we will have it again tomorrow. The Thailand Kazakhstan Business Forum, and representatives of our private sectors will be there, and I will be presiding over the opening and giving opening remarks. But I think we see many areas where our two countries can collaborate. I think one thing is not just about Thailand and Kazakhstan. We see Kazakhstan as a gateway to the other countries in Central Asia, combined population of 80 million, and with increased purchasing power, especially Kazakhstan. And also Thailand, by way of our strategic location, is an important gateway into the ASEAN region, which, and our combined market is about over 700 million, and we're integrating our economy. So it goes beyond our bilateral ties. But when we talk with our private sector, we think that one area is in terms of food security. Mm-hmm. Thailand is a big producer of food. We have this theme where we call ourselves Kitchen of the World, right? Mm. And we think that, we can supply not only food products, but we like to think over the long term, maybe we can make Kazakhstan a manufacturing hub for processing food products for Kazakhstan and the nearby countries. And food security is very important these days. And of course, on the other hand, energy security is important to Thailand. We realize that, especially during the crisis in the Middle East, we all were impacted by the rising prices of gasoline and energy. And we see Kazakhstan as an important source of energy, but we have to go into the details as how they will be transported. Logistics is very, very important. Mm-hmm. And also, tourism is growing. We have more tourists from Kazakhstan coming to Thailand. And Thai people are also discovering various tourist destinations in Kazakhstan, and that's facilitated by the fact that we have direct air links. But Thailand has one of the world's best hospitality industry, hotels, spa,
sure,
which includes spa and wellness. Mm-hmm. And we'd like to come and look at the opportunities here in Kazakhstan. So there are many, but the main thing is to have our private sector meet often. And at the government level, we should be meeting more often to provide that kind of framework so that our private sector can really, work together to seize the opportunities that they see right now.
You actually made a lot of points that I will be touching on throughout this interview a lot, but beyond traditional trade and food security, energy that you've mentioned, our countries are also focusing on digital technologies, innovation, sustainable development. Which emerging sectors could be, in your opinion, the next drivers of Kazakhstan-Thailand cooperation?
I think every economy, Kazakhstan, Thailand, we're going through a period of transition. Whether it's a digital transition, whether it's a green transition. And these are areas where we have to see where we can complement each other.
That's right.
And like this afternoon, I went to your AI center, and that was very impressive, and you're making AI accessible to the public, you're making accessible to the young people, you're teaching them how to apply AI in their personal life and also in their profession.
Sure.
So I think we can learn from that. And you now have a digital government where everything is online, and you have everything is on your mobile phone. And so I think we can learn from what you're doing, your successes. And so I think also in the green economy, Thailand is rapidly, we are a major producer of automobile. But now we have to produce a new generation of automobiles, right? And these are the electric vehicles. And I was just talking to your minister, and I think that you have many of the critical minerals that are needed to produce batteries for EVs or for solar energy. And perhaps this is where we can also work together in terms of enhancing Thailand's production of EVs, batteries, utilizing the minerals that we need from Kazakhstan.
Any specific agreements on that are maybe on the table right now?
It's been long pending, the Investment Protection and Promotion Agreement, and also the agreement on the avoidance of double taxation.
So that's an important.
It's the task of the government to provide that kind of framework so that the private sector has the confidence, and also give them some assurance that that when they do some business, they can minimize some of the risks that comes with investing or doing business in a new location.
And also Kazakhstan is becoming increasingly influential middle power and a key bridge between East and West. And Thailand remains one of the Southeast Asia's leading economies. Could Thailand become Kazakhstan's principal partner in ASEAN, and Kazakhstan maybe Thailand's strategic anchor in Central Asia?
Definitely. I guess one of the overarching issue that we discussed this morning is our concern about where the world is heading. We used to pin our hope on the rules-based international order, on multilateralism, where we cooperate as much as we can because we face many challenges together. But the situation has changed. We're facing a world of more disorder. We're facing a number of uncertainties, and rules are not being respected. So this is where Thailand and Kazakhstan, as middle powers, there are many middle powers who share the same thinking that we need to work to protect and strengthen the rules-based international order, and especially institutions like the United Nations.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we also have to work at the regional level where we can and maintain, the cooperation, maintain the rules-based international order at the regional level. And Thailand is part of ASEAN. ASEAN, is probably the second most successful regional organization after EU. We've kept the peace in our region. We try to promote peace beyond our region. And you are in this part of the world, you have the C6 now, C7 cooperation.
Well, in your opinion, as middle powers, what role can Kazakhstan and Thailand play in strengthening this connectivity cooperation between the regions?
Well, again, we should work to make the United Nations, which is what we call the symbol of multilateralism. And this is where, we have to work together to address many of the common challenges. We have to try to see where we can, working together and with other middle powers, on how to reinforce the role of the United Nations. But multilateralism is not just about the United Nations. We have to think of new forms of multilateralism, like on specific issues, maybe on, let's say, on challenges on cybersecurity.
Obviously.
We can work together on that, trying to build coalition. We just went through the pandemics. Health security is very important. Why don't we, try to work to build coalition of countries who are like-minded in addressing, all the threats of pandemics. So we have to think of multilateralism in new shape and form. And again, going back to between ASEAN and the C6 framework that you have, we have to build bridges, and strengthen regional cooperation, and by doing that, we also strengthen multilateralism.
Mm-hmm. Apart from CA plus format that we have, we also have the Eurasian Economic Union,
Yes.
And we know that Thailand has long been interested in somehow cooperating with that union. How do you assess the progress for deepening this cooperation, and what role could Kazakhstan play in facilitating broader economic engagement?
Well, again, we have to keep free trade going. And if the WTO at the multilateral level is not working, we have to keep free trade going at the regional level. In ASEAN, we have the ASEAN Free Trade Area. We also have what we call the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is ASEAN and many other economies. And that is the biggest free trade arrangement right now in the world, keeping free trade. But we see another important free trade arrangement, which is the Eurasian Economic Union, and currently Kazakhstan is the chair, and we have indicated our desire to commence negotiation on a free trade agreement between Thailand and the Eurasian Economic Union, and I raised this matter with both your Minister of Foreign Affairs and with His Excellency, the President. And both of them said that they will be supportive of Thailand's request to commence negotiations on the Thailand-Eurasia Economic Union Free Trade Agreement.
Mm-hmm. And I cannot leave you without obviously talking about tourism. A lot of Kazakh tourists have already experienced the beauties of Thailand. At the same time, Kazakhstan is also actively developing the tourism sector. What opportunities do you see for creating a truly two-way tourism flow between our countries?
Well, we're very happy, that we see a growing number of tourists from Kazakhstan coming to Thailand. We offer, a wide array of experiences for tourists coming. Whether you want to see the temples, the historical sites, whether you want to just savor the Thai food, you want some people enjoy Thai boxing. I heard
Sure.
that it's very popular here.
It is.
And we have, tremendous range of tourist attraction, seaside resorts, mountains. But at the same time, we really want to make sure that tourists coming to Thailand feel welcome. And that's why, we're always striving to improve the environment for tourism in Thailand, It's not just the quality of our tourist destination, but making sure that it's a safe destination as well. But tourism should not be a one-way street. And more Thai tourists, Thai people, have discovered, a lot of attractions that Kazakhstan has to offer, and they're coming in increasing number. Mm-hmm. The main thing, I think, is to have direct air links, more frequency of flights, direct flights.
Thank you so much for your time and for the insights.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be on your program.